Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Tawnya Love Show. Thank you for taking time to join us on our Sacred Soul Sunday, as we are always offering at 5 p.m. Pacific. So I'm glad you guys are remembering to tune in live. And I just want to thank all of you that do tune in and take the time to join us live. It means a lot to us. And we encourage you to make use of this live time and call in or go onto that online chat. You can put your name in there or your nickname, your alter ego name, whatever you'd like to put in there. So go ahead and do that right now just so that we know who's joining us. And if you have any questions or comments, we can see them right there. For those that want to call in today, if you'd like to call in live, I will do an angel reading for the first person that calls in today. Number is 919-518-9773. Or you can also call in on Skype to Computers 2K Voice. Is that correct? Yes, to Computers 2K Voice. So anyway, let's go ahead and get that all going. And I am going to just kind of jump off of last week's subject, because last week I was really talking a lot about how I met Honey Girl, and I was talking about miracles and being a white magician as opposed to a black magician, meaning that we're focusing on the positive, we're not focusing on the negative or the fearful, the lackful. And I just recently wrote a blog, and sometimes you just channel things really well. And so I could try to do this again, or I could just express it right here. So I was going to read a little thing to you to get started. It's going to kind of kick off our topic for today. And as I'm reading this, if you have questions or comments, feel free to write them in during this, and then I will ask Amnon before I continue if there's any questions, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to kind of read in part of my blog that I just wrote. I wrote that we are being given another awesome opportunity to release all the old stuff from our cellular memory and to step forward into becoming. Shapeshifting is a natural aspect of our healthy evolution, and we can allow the metamorphosis to happen, or we can cling to the old outdated aspects of ourself. I encourage allowing and becoming. This is such a powerful choice. Yesterday, as the planets aligned, and I wrote this a couple days ago, so just this past week we hit a big planetary alignment going on where there was a solar eclipse as well as a new moon coming in, and that cycle really opened this portal for, it's almost like the way I feel energetically how to describe it is like there's these planetary alignment opportunities that happen where it's almost as if the universe is creating a vacuum effect. And that vacuum effect can be powerful for deep cleaning, deep soul level cleaning. So right now, this time of year, we kind of think of cleaning our houses intuitively. It's spring cleaning time. So we want to go and clean the windows, and we want to kind of get all the crud cleaned out. And we do this very intuitively because we feel the need for cleanliness and for purification. Well, many of us will take the time to do it for our house or for our office, our car, but we really neglect and forget about our own body, our own mind, our own auric field. So this is what, as a healer, what I help souls with is clearing out all that sludgy energy of old cellular memory that is starting to bog down the human computer. So I'm just going to continue reading, and then I'll get into describing that a little bit more. So anyways, as we entered this new moon and powerful solar eclipse, another great portal for shifts and release opened up for us. It is interesting for me to observe how during these shifts, many aware clients feel summoned in to work with the angels and myself with angelic auric clearings. These souls who step in during these powerful energy portals receive awesome clearing results and great transformation. It is much like aligning with the great vacuum that draws away all the old, no longer needed energies swiftly and powerfully. Yesterday, as I was assisting several beautiful souls, it was so fun to observe how the important messages that the angels and ancestors brought through were spot on with my clients' intuitive guidance. This isn't surprising to me, yet it seems to surprise my clients all the time. I believe it is because that many of us are not yet fully accepting how much we truly do know and trusting in our intuition. As we practice listening through meditation and through working with trusted healers who can assist us with spiritual confirmation, our intuitive gifts will strengthen and grow. This is why listening to your guidance to go and receive assistance is so important. We all receive intuitive guidance, every one of us. However, the power comes when we listen to it and we flow forward with love and trust. I am so honored to serve and assist these beautiful awakening souls who are courageous enough to step forward and ask for help. This is a strength, not a weakness. It is so important that we clear away the old outmoded before we can create space for the new aligned energies. Much like an electronic device that is too bogged down with information and will begin to run very slowly, this is also how we as humans are affected when we carry unnecessary information and energies that are no longer needed. Think about how when you update your apps on your phone, it needs time to be so that it can upload the new information and have time to organize this information in a way that makes sense. We as humans also experience uploads in consciousness. And when this shift occurs, it is vital that we get the rest and the being time that we need. At times of uploading, we may feel that our thoughts are scattered and not making much sense. It is imperative that we allow time for the mind to organize and sort this new information. Once this organizing has completed, you will suddenly know things. Trust in the process and assist yourself with evolution by resting and taking time to be. You will be glad you honored your body in the big scheme of things. So I'm going to pause there for a second. And on that note of talking about how when we plug in our phone, for example, and we're updating our apps, if you're doing that, any of you that have smartphones or if you have computers and you're putting in a new program, you understand and see how the electronic device will actually slow down. It's kind of like, leave me alone. I can only do one thing at a time. And so if we're trying to use it, it will be frustrating because things will get stuck. They won't really work correctly. And so we get that with our phones. We'll plug them in and we'll leave them alone for an hour and let them upload all the information. And as it's doing that, it's organizing everything. It's putting it in little places where it needs to go. The photos go in the photo area. Word documents go over here. And it makes sense in a device. With us as humans, that same thing is happening when we're in an upload mode. We are getting new information and it's coming in. And like the other day, I had a healing client and the angels spoke through me and said to her that it was like her mind was discombobulated and that it was all scattered and that she was concerned about her own sanity. And I was telling her, they're saying, don't worry about it. You're fine, but that you're getting all this uploading. And so as you're here intuitively, she felt guided to come to me for a clearing because she had all this old program that needed to be deleted and scrapped so that the new computer could function more efficiently. So if we think of ourselves more like a computer, we created computers because they're like ourselves. So if we can understand that if we're feeling bogged down and slow and lethargic and we're not able to focus our thoughts, we're feeling scattered, just like distracted, this is a time where it may be a great opportunity for a clearing because this is going to help you release all that old program that really is not serving you any longer. It's like having a Atari Pong video game in your brain, like book, book, and it's just like, you don't need it anymore. So you got to take that off, drop it and dump it, and then you bring in the new version of the new consciousness, the new program that's more efficient and it's running faster. So when we are in an upload mode, as humans, we may feel like we're not sleeping very well. We're getting all this new consciousness coming in. Suddenly our mind's scattered. We feel a little disorganized. We may feel a sense of crisis going on, like chaos is in our life. And this can be an amazing, amazing transformational time if we don't go into fear and if we learn to pull back and we go into being mode. So the reason I'm so passionate for teaching yoga teacher trainings and meditation trainings and leading meditation classes is that I understand in a deep cellular part of myself the power of meditation and the power of being. So as we take the time to claim sacred soul time and we allow ourselves, like plugging in our phones, we let some time for us to rest, rejuvenate, upload, organize the information, then we'll suddenly, maybe a day or two later, after we're just spending a lot of time taking baths, walking in nature, having being time and meditation, suddenly we'll know stuff. And it'll just be like that. It won't make any logical sense. It'll be as if everything seemed kind of jambled and rambled around. And then suddenly you're like, I know what to do. I have the solution. I understand what I'm here to create now. And so the beauty in being time is that it's going to help everything you're doing take on a new alignment. It's going to increase your abundance. It's going to improve your sense of well-being and how you function in the world. So when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed and bogged down, If you go with the old program of what you've been taught in society, which is to go be and go, or sorry, not be, but to go do more, jump on the hamster wheel, spin a little faster, what are you going to do? I encourage you to have the wisdom not to follow the herd that's heading to the edge of the cliff and to go in a new direction, even if it seems as if you're going there alone, and go and be with self. Go and recharge, rejuvenate yourself, reconnect with your source, and allow time for all that new consciousness to organize itself and to process and to come into a place of clarity. And I promise, if you allow yourself time for this, time to be, you will see that that is going to pay off in amazing ways. One day on this planet, you mark my words, we as humans, as souls awakening and coming into self-realization, will look back and just be like, what were we doing? Why were we running around just doing things? Why weren't we being and then doing from conscious awareness? So I'm encouraging you to just kind of look at yourself like that computer and like that cell phone. We can get it with a phone. We're like, oh, I got too many programs on my phone, too many photos. It's barely running. I need to go dump some of those pictures in the cloud. I need to go take them off and put them on my computer. So we need to see that that's how we function. If we are in an intellectual way identifying with the ego self and we think to be enough means we have to store and hold all this information in the mind, it can actually be very detrimental to the computer, to the motherboard of the mind, can become too overwhelmed with information. So it's important to know how to drop that old information and how to access through consciousness constant streaming of the new information. This is going to help our planet as humans, as a society. We are going to evolve so swiftly when we all step into this alignment. We will just know stuff, we will know what to do, and we will know how to create it because we will be here accessing in the now through higher consciousness, and we won't be clinging to old ways and old, belief systems and structures that are like old Atari video games that just don't make any sense. And it's okay to go look into them and enjoy them and remember them, but it's important that we take that old sacredness, that old ancient way, and we blend it into this sacred new way. That is how we're going to evolve. And so I'm going to pause. Is anybody writing in questions or comments yet?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to just continue on. I love how each and every angelic auric clearing is so different, and not one session that I have assisted with has ever been like another. It is so fun for me to experience these transformational moments with such shape-shifting souls. One thing I know for certain is the only thing keeping any of you from shifting and changing is your fear of letting go of the old you. Who will you be if you let go of that insecurity? Who would you be as you choose to live authentically and courageously? The fear of release can keep us struggling and stuck, sometimes for lifetimes, and it is completely unnecessary. I encourage each of you to sit quietly daily and to feel yourself from within. Being time. Really start getting to know how you feel, what you love and desire, and what are I cannot read very well today. Sorry. What you are and what you have done with to dare to step forward to create powerful shifts as a shapeshifter. What if you choose to live completely authentically today? Like, there's a great question to ponder. What if today we stopped pleasing people? What if today we decided, I am not going to neglect myself another moment. I am not going to swallow my feelings another moment. I'm not going to pretend that I, don't feel something about the situation. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be authentic. What the world needs is that. We need more authentic, courageous, brave souls that speak their truth, that dare to stand out, that dare to speak up. This is going to change everything. But as long as we're sitting back thinking we're small and insignificant and that our voice doesn't matter and that my speaking the truth on this situation, won't make a difference, then we're really catering to the enablement of the problem, and we are a part of that problem. So I put on there, Amnon put a song for you guys to listen to today after the show. He put the link on there, and it's for a song called Brave by Sarah. I think you say her name like Barry Alice, or I'm not sure. I hope I didn't torture that, but I love her. She's an amazing singer. And I encourage you to listen to the song because it's all about speaking your truth and being brave and courageous and living authentically, like really letting the universe and the world see who you are. Like, why did you come here? What is your unique sparkle and shine that you're here to contribute to the planet? Go and be it, become that. And sometimes it feels scary when we're in that process of the metamorphosis of becoming, as I call it. It's kind of like, we can relate to it in science when we see a caterpillar and it goes into a chrysalis and we don't know really what's going on in there. But when it's in that chrysalis, it just turns to mush. It breaks down in its structure. Like everything about its form shifts and it comes out this beautiful butterfly that went from crawling on its belly to now soaring in the air and flying. And if you think about that, how can we relate to that in our own way as we struggle and we survive as humans and we crawl around on our belly, trying to get scraps? We tolerate, we put up with things, we take abuse, we look at ourselves as less than. And then a day comes as we go into the dark night of the soul, which I think are an amazing time for a soul. And it can seem terrifying because, ooh, my dog just scared the crap out of me. Honey, it's okay. So we basically, if we're looking at things from that point of view and we're afraid, we're identifying with the caterpillar, it can really throw off our groove to where we're not really understanding that when we're in that cocoon, this is the most sacred time of becoming, and it's okay. And I'd say the most important thing I could encourage each of you to realize and to practice during those times of confusion and chaos is time to be. And it may seem so counterintuitive, like you think that you're supposed to go get busier, or you need to go figure out your career or your dream job, or you got to figure out yourself, so you work harder. But in truth, if you can just relax and find a place of ease and allow yourself, honey girl, come here, come here. If you can allow yourself time to just relax and be, this is going to be a very sacred time for you. Oh, hold on. Come here, baby. Okay, someone just walked by my window. It's all right, babe. It's okay. So anyway,
that's all right. Gaia is sitting here,
hey,
watching the speaker, and she said, "What's going on there?"
Yeah, I think. Hold on, just a sec. Pause. Amnon, talk to them. 1 sec. AJ?
What was that, Gaia? You heard that?
Did you talk to them? Did you say anything amazing, Amnon?
And yeah, I just asked Gaia what it was, and she was looking at me and she was trying to tell me. But
oh, anyway, so yeah, I was like, let's see, because Honey Girl wanted to be in the room with me today, and then somebody walked by my window and she's just freaking out. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go put her in her kennel. So sorry about that, guys. Oh, this is what happens on a live show.
Yep.
Life happens. So anyways, back to that metamorphosis of the butterfly. A lot of us are in this place right now on the planet energetically where we are being encouraged to scrap and dump off all that old programming. And this is what I, as a healer, specialize in. And I'm not kidding. I'm really good at what I do. I'm going to claim it. And the angels and I work powerfully as a team to help souls to be more tuned in and aware of what's going on inside of them cellularly. We help them to release and clear this unconscious programming that you could have a soul that's very driven, very outwardly appearing confident and, motivated, but they don't understand why deep underneath the surface they seem to self-sabotage. They seem to go so far and then they just stop and they screech back in fear. So this is a perfect example of someone that I could help because I help them to tune into that unconscious aspect that is sabotaging their success and it's getting in the way of their becoming. So if you sense that that's going on in you, the reason it's amazing to reach out to a healer, and that is not a weakness to ask for help, it is a strength. But what is amazing is if you reach out and you allow someone to help you, they can help tune into that and help you clear that. And you become stronger and more powerful, more focused, and all that old computer program gets dumped off. and now you upload the new program easier and more efficiently, and your computer thrives and functions more efficiently. So if you look at it in that way, that is going to make so much sense for your career goals. If you have relationship issues, if you have body image issues. I had a client recently, I've worked with her for a couple months, and she had come to me. She had a sexually transmitted disease, and she was freaked the shit out. I will not lie. She was terrified. And who wouldn't be? She came to me and she was just like, Tawnya, what the hell? Like, I don't understand this. And like, it's my greatest fear. And I don't understand why this is happening to me. Am I being punished? And so as I tuned in with her angels and we tuned into her, what's going on, they were telling me she had a lot of religious belief system, this big belief system that if she were to be sexual, if she were to be free in this way, that she would be punished and that that was a sin and it was bad. And so, as I helped her to unravel the unconscious aspects of herself that were actually creating black magic, they were creating problems and sickness, it helped her to see why that was there, why she created it. And then at another level, her angels told I'm so excited today. I'm just like, ah! Her angels helped me to see that also she as a soul came in with these questions. She was raised and in education and school, they're telling all the kids these days to be scared of sexually transmitted diseases. Like, be careful. If you have sex, you're going to die. You're going to get all these diseases. And it's actually so terrible because what it's doing is it's black magic. And it is causing a lot of children to be terrified of something that's so natural. It's a natural part of our life to want to have sex. It is. And educating them to love themselves and to be, mindful and wise of who they share their sacredness with, that's a beautiful thing. But terrifying them and telling them that bad things are going to happen, they're going to die of diseases if they have sex, is a very manipulative thing that we are doing in the education system that is not really empowering these souls at all. It's terrifying them. And then what happens is because of the laws of attraction, we remember that rule that what we focus on powerfully, we create and draw to us. So she was focused on the problem, the punishment, the fear, and she drew it to her. At the same time, as a soul, her angels helped her understand that her soul had this deep question of, if you get a sexually transmitted disease, can you actually cure it? Like, it's incurable. Everyone says the black magic truth is once you get that, you're screwed for life. You're going to have to take medicine forever. You can't change it. I will tell you, we worked together through a couple clearings. She came to me, I want to say 3 times for clearing over the course of a couple months, and she is clear of it. She has no issues, no symptoms. It is gone. And a part of her ego kept wanting to go into fear. And she would tell me, it's amazing how much my ego wants to go, oh, but what if it's not gone? What if it's going to come back? And I would nudge her to focus again on the white magic, to focus on the miracle, to focus on the wholeness, and not to keep looking for a problem. And so she stopped doing that, and she's healed. She's completely healed herself. And I share that with you because so many of us on this planet can relate to these things where we're told that something is incurable or something is forever, or we have a psychic come up to us and they say, you have a dark aura, and if you don't come and see me and you don't let me work with you and give me money, then you're going to have this curse and you're going to die young and all this crap. And they say these things because they're manipulating people through their own fear. And what I'm here to just blow the lid off of is any psychic, any human that tells you they're psychic or tells you they're a healer, or just it could be your mom or grandma, I don't care. They tell you that something is destined for you and it scares you and it feels fearful. Do not listen to them unless you want to co-create that with them. If a doctor comes up to you and says you got 6 months to live, screw that shit. You take your power back and you decide if you live or die, because all of you are souls that are infinitely powerful, infinitely magical. And if you let a doctor tell you you have 6 months to live and you agree with it, it's like you hand over your wand. Here's my wand, doctor. I surrender all power, all sense of responsibility. Damn it, I'm going to die. And then you go and you start preparing to die. And that is not something you have to do. If you want to leave the form, most souls will choose sickness as a way to leave their form. So they will manifest some kind of disease or problem so that they can leave their form. So when I watch people that are bringing on cancers or different problems, and I watch from a soulful healer's perspective, I see a soul that is terrified of life, that is terrified of claiming their own power, of loving themselves, and of taking their power back. And so they are finding a very slow, more cowardly approach to suicide. And I don't say that to shame anyone. It's just truly what's going on. A soul that goes and just shoots themselves with suicide, that is someone who's just like, I'm done, and they're choosing it and they're out. And I don't celebrate that at all, but that is a swift form of leaving the body. A soul that gets sick and that takes on the sickness, the martyrdom energies, this is a slow way that a soul will choose that same suicide approach, which is, I don't want to be here in my power. I'm terrified of life. And so I'm going to just shrivel up and die and leave my form. And so, if we can look at how each of us has this power, we hold the wand. Every one of you listening holds your own wand. And if you're not holding your wand and you've given it to a doctor or your husband or your best friend or your sister or your grandma, whoever it is, your boss, you need to take it back, because no one on this planet holds your power unless you hand it over. And if each of us woke up to that awareness today, whoo, what would shift on this planet if we all really spoke our truth and we're like, hell no, you're not controlling me. No, I will not tolerate abuse another day. And we let the fear go. We let the old program that we've been conditioned to believe in just drop away, dump that out, and allow this new uploading to happen. We are magical magicians, every one of us. The clients I'm working with, I see them shifting their careers. I see them shifting their relationships, calling in their soulmates. I see them healing past wounds and pain of abandonment. I see them healing diseases that doctors say can't be cured. I am seeing it all, and I am writing a freaking book. And so when that book is done, I will let you know. But I am saying this because I am watching and I have awareness as a healer. I'm seeing magic and miracles every single day. And I am here to inspire each of you to start looking for them and to start co creating them with me, with consciousness, and stop being caught up in that old program of fear. And if you really feel like you can't get past it, contact me. Do not procrastinate another day. Don't let money be an excuse. Don't let time be an excuse. Don't let your age be an excuse. The straight up truth is, you either are going to choose to be in your power and make these changes, and you're going to be an amazing soul that has great influence, or you are going to procrastinate and self-sabotage again and again. And don't think that people don't see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. You see what you're doing. The thing is are you done doing it? Are you done with sabotaging? Are you done with struggling? Because if you are, there are souls like my own that we love nothing more than to help you shift that. We love nothing more than to prove those doctors wrong and to prove to you how freaking magnificent and amazing you are, and to help you get on the path of your soul's alignment. That is the whole purpose for my being here. It brings me such excitement and pleasure to watch souls transform before my eyes and release all that insecurity, all the fear, all the lack, and to become these amazing souls that are, doing and fulfilling their dreams and loving their life. That is what we're here to do. We are here to thrive. We are not here to survive. We are not here to crawl around on our belly. We're here to fly and soar. Every freaking last one of us are here to shine. And that is what I'm on the planet to do. And I would like nothing more than to assist any of you who are ready. And so I'm going to stop there and see if anybody's writing in, because I was pumped. Anybody writing in?
Mayan says, Tanya and I think Honey Girl was saying aloha to her 2- and 4-legged ohana on Maui when she barked.
There you go. That we can believe that's it. So she definitely had something to say. So absolutely. Anything else coming in?
Nope.
Well, I'm so glad that Mayan and Tanya are tuning in. Mwah! Blessings, girls. So good to have you. And Honey Girl is doing awesome. I got to say this since they're listening. I went on a run with her this morning, and I took her to this nature trail called Kleinline, and she kicked both of our butts. Like, we were hauling. She gave me the workout of my life. So it was awesome. And then when we got home, I let her in the house, and she just runs through the house, like slides through the wood floors, comes running into the living room, jumps on the couch, runs up the stairs, comes back. She did this for like 5 minutes, just flying through the house. And while she's doing it, I'm singing, she's a maniac. And it was so funny because she was just running around. But it was just like we were so high from that nature time and that exercise, and I feel like she was just like so excited and thankful for it. So just wanted to share that with you girls. Let's see, where did I leave off at? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so what I'm going to read to you now, and that was in this blog, is I was channeling Archangel Ariel the other couple, I think it was yesterday or the day before in meditation, and I feel like this message is so powerful, and so I wanted to share it with all of you listening and to help you understand, because in the workshops that I lead, I help the students understand that the angels are not something just like out there, far away, separate from us. And I think that as we start to understand, who is Archangel Ariel? How do I connect with Archangel Ariel's essence? If I think of her as this faraway, distant being that I have to call in and hope she's listening, this is going to be one level of that connection. But if I understand that Archangel Ariel is actually a higher aspect of my own soul, that in the ocean of the soul, she and I are one, then I can really realize that she is a part of me and that she can speak through me, she can heal through me, she can teach through me, inspire through me. So if we can understand that the angels are not something far away, but they are actually a part of our own consciousness, I feel like that link might help some of you click into place what needs to click so that you stop feeling like it's a struggle and you start to just relax and allow and let them speak through you, let them teach through you, let them heal and paint and create through you, and just watch what happens. So I'm going to read you the message. It's interesting because we're having a lightning storm right now. We rarely do. So there is some powerful energy happening out there. I just saw lightning. Okay, so sometimes we are tested and pulled. We must remember to stay strong and authentic as all around us begins to shift and change. Archangel Ariel calls each of us to hear her, to invoke her, and to remember that you are all incredibly powerful beings of light. She encourages daily stillness and connection with nature and the infinite source to assist you in staying grounded and rooted within your own true authentic self. She invites a stance of ease and gracefulness as you bend, become, and flow. As we courageously surrender to divine forces, there may be times where we must surrender and live with great faith and trust. Times where our flexibility and fluidity will powerfully serve us as well as others. Oops, I just clicked off of my thing. Okay. As well as others. Where did I just go? Sorry, I accidentally clicked on the picture. Okay. Okay, so as we courageously surrender to divine forces, there may be times where we must surrender and live with great faith and trust. Times where our flexibility and fluidity will become powerfully serving us as well as others. We all have inner truths that we know are worthy of our patience in standing our ground, regardless of what those around us may believe or choose. These are the truths worthy of our honor and integrity throughout our lives and beyond. So kind of think about how each of you have this deep feeling of trust and truth and soul mission. And patience is vital. There may be things that you just know are worth standing your ground for, and they may not come quickly. They may be something that's a process. Think of Gandhi's life. Think of Nelson Mandela. Think of Mother Teresa. Think of Jesus. Like there's all these beings who have come that have been very enlightened, and they had to be very patient. Susan B. Anthony, her whole life was spent in courtrooms fighting for women's rights that she never got to see happen in her own life. So we got to think about when we're pioneers of a shift and a movement, patience is vital. So if we are too urgent to make it happen, we can actually destroy the very process that we're working on. But when we surrender and we trust and we flow, I think of the sea turtle, the totem of the sea turtle. There is this beautiful fluidity of trust and flow. And it, in fact, will get you where you need to be much quicker than when you try to push and force your way. So think of how each of us can embrace that in our own life. What is it that you really stand for? Know what that is and have the courage, the power, and the patience to stand your ground when it's time. You know inside of yourself when it's time to hold your ground. Archangel Ariel has been often referred to as the Lioness of God. Listen as she sounds her mighty roar for truth within yourself. She is a mighty warrior of light, a bringer of truth and great courage. She invites you to listen to the calling of her within you as you stand strong and true and trust in yourself fully. You absolutely know when you must stand strong in your life and not be swayed. True strength is often found in our gentle power and courage. There is no need for resistance, fear, or stubborn behavior. This is often the calling of the wounded egoic voice. It is vital that you recognize the difference. You are each more powerful, capable, and courageous than you may realize. Trust that your strength and gentle, loving power are very much needed at this time. Your alignment with your truth and power will protect your deepest dreams and assist you with joyous manifestation. Allow yourself to answer the calling of Archangel Ariel as you trust in your deepest knowing and stay true to yourselves, beautiful souls. As you stand firmly upon the earth, affirm aloud to the universe. And so if you guys want to do this, you could stand up right now with me. I'm all about doing things in the now. So, wherever you are, if you feel safe to say it out loud, go for it. Otherwise, say it in your mind. But what you can state to the universe is, I am a beautiful, powerful, courageous being of love and light. I choose constant awareness and alignment for the goodness of all life. I remain steady and powerful in my soul's highest calling as I invoke the great power and protection of Archangel Ariel. So I'm just going to pause there and see. Anybody got any comments on that? Amnon? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
So do I have a caller?
Hello? So do I have a caller? This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
We're calling you from Maui.
Awesome. I miss it already. It's been raining the last couple days. I'm like, man, I miss Maui, and I really
hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Tanya,
Yes.
look at the bottom of the video on the right. There is a speaker. Click it.
Okay.
That way it gets rid of the feedback.
Did you click it?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying that this morning I was like, man, I sure am craving some fresh papaya for breakfast, which I enjoyed while I was in Maui.
Oh, yeah, we have lots of mangoes popping on our trees here now, too.
Oh, yummy. Those are good too. Delicious.
So
So how are
anyway,
you doing?
earlier, Mayan put another comment there that I still hear myself.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't fixed the problem.
If again,
It's still
do you
echoing.
see if you put the cursor on the video, on the actual video, you should see on the bottom right there is a speaker, like a volume.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Just click it, it'll mute
Gotta
it.
click it.
Okay. So Mayan
Click it
said
off.
about what you were talking about, that Honey Girl was running all over the place. She said,
Yeah.
we call that doggy Autobahn when Honey turbo runs through the house with mega life force energy running through her.
Absolutely. It was awesome. And I was singing
Every
She's
time
a
you click it,
Maniac
it
during
echoes.
it. Yeah, she was just flying through the house. She is hilarious. And it's so funny when she runs on the wood floors because she can't really move. So she's just running in place. It's so hilarious.
Okay. Well, we had a question.
Yeah.
The house, we were going to see if maybe, I don't know if you can communicate with the angels about this, but the house that I rent, that we do all the doggy rescue in, actually went into escrow, and we have new buyers for it. So we've been asked to move out by June.
Okay.
And we're having a lot of fear and anxiety because we don't know what we're going to do with all of our animals or with ourselves. We've been doing all the rescue work. This is the house that Honey came to and was rehabilitated in. And so we're wondering if there's a way that we can, I know that we're supposed to do positive thinking, and it's been hard for me, this is Tanya, it's been hard for me to stay free of anxiety when so many animals' lives are at stake. We have 16 cats here. Well, we have way more than that, but we have 16 that we're responsible for.
Yes.
And then I'm personally worried that I'm not going to find a place where I can continue to do the work with the animals.
Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is like deep down in your intuition, you do know. And what they're saying is that you absolutely are in a time of transformation, and that why would they not give you what you need? And that why would they not give you what you need? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? And
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
and and so what they're doing is they're wanting to really guide you to focus on not what you've had, but what you're also becoming. And so visualize this is your dream time. This is a great time for you and Maya to be in meditation together and to really dream and daydream of the most beautiful, optimal place for your dreams to happen. And this is where you're like got the etch a sketch and you're shaking it clean and you're going to draw and create a new way. And so it's really important that you remember you hold the wand and that as you command the universe to assist you with all the details, the angels in the universe are going to totally work in your favor to bring you what you need. But if you go into fear and you start shaking your wand with black magic, like, what if I can't have it? And what if I lose the animals? Then you will create that. So it's really important for you not to go into fear, but to go into higher vibration with your thoughts and with your focus on manifesting the ultimate vision for you.
oh, okay, okay.
Does that make
So
sense?
then so I just need to manifest what I want and then pray that it'll happen.
Absolutely. And it's like, kind of think of it like this. Like if you order pizza and you call and you're like, hey, I'd like some pepperoni and could you throw some olives on there and maybe put Parmesan on the crust? And then you hang up the phone and the pizza's on the way. They want you to deal with it just like that. Not like in a begging, pleading prayer, like, please, if I'm worthy, am I good enough? Is it okay? Like, are you punishing me? There's no need for that. They want you to be more like, here's what I love. Go and get some pictures maybe of land and go and research a little bit. Kind of like you can't know what car you want until you go test drive a car. And so some people will go into fear about their car, but I'm like, get out there and test drive cars. You want to get into them and feel them and get to know them. And then you're like, this is my car. From then, you tell the universe, this is my car. Thank you for taking care of the details to bring me this car. So when you go out and you look at land or even to ask the angels to illuminate the path and to summon you to where is for your highest good, and then trust that they will bring you synchronicity, just like I meeting you was very much proving to you miracles. Like that whole thing was synchronistic. So they want you to really remember that and see that it takes great faith and trusting the heart. What does the heart want? Angels, thank you for taking care of the details. It's like ordering pizza. You let go. Thanks for working it out, and it will come.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No begging or pleaded necessary.
Okay.
And so one
All
thing
right,
I'm going to share with you real quick is when I got the house I'm living in, I had left a 20-year marriage. It was abusive. It was crap. I was like treated like way less than I deserved. And I had enough. And so part of the fear of leaving what's crappy is that you're like, this isn't my optimal ultimate dream, but it's comfortable and it's, comfortably uncomfortable. I know it. So when I had to
Right.
leave that and I knew it was time, I went and rented a room and it was like I was 19 again, renting this little room. And I remember just teaching nature yoga one day and I was like, angels, I want a family and I want a home and I would love all these things and I would love to teach yoga in my house and have workshops and I would love a healing room and an art studio. And I'd love it all to be in my room in my house and I'd like it to be in town but in the forest. And I was just talking to them. I went home and in my journal I wrote it all out, very detailed of what I would like. And then I said, thank you for taking care of the details. And I let it go. And I'm not joking you. 2 days later, I was with my friend and she was like, Tawnya, do you want to come get my laundry with me? And I was like, sure. So she came to this house in town, which is right next to the forest where I live in Kleinline. And we come into the house, it's empty. And as soon as I walked into the yard, I was like, oh my God, I could totally picture me doing drumming circles in this yard. Oh my God, I can picture doing art in this room. This will be my healing room. And I was running through the house and she thought I was crazy probably, but I was running around and I was like, what's up with the house? And she's like, actually, it's been for rent for a while and nobody's rented it, but you should talk to Chris and see if you could rent it. And I was like, oh my God, angels, this is my house. And so out loud to the universe, I said, yes, I accept this house. Thank you for taking care of all the details. And there was like linoleum in the floors and all this. And I walked through and I was like, oh, that's going to be wood floors. This is going to be my yoga room. And I was just like commanding with my wand what was going to be. And then I released it. And within like the next week or two, my fiance and I were at an art show. And I walked into that art show and I was talking to him about the house. I was like, baby, this is the house. And he was kind of clinging to a plan, like, oh, I don't know. I had planned to move to Battleground. And I was like, well, you can move there if you want, but that's my house. And I'm going that way. And so I was asking him, we got to talk to this Chris guy. And right then he goes, well, look, he just walked in. You should go talk to him. And this guy, I swear to God, walked into the art show. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And so we ended up having dinner with him and his wife, or him and his girlfriend that night. And they totally helped us with the house. He got the wood for me, and I had a friend of the family help put most of it in. And then my fiance finished it. But it all came to me not because I worked hard or because I was worthy or not worthy, but because I thanked the universe for it and I knew I was worthy and I said yes. And so I encourage you to go and journal with Mayan, very detailed journal entry of what you visualize for your optimal place, and be in excitement like a little kid before Christmas. Like when you believed that you could have anything you wanted, get into that energy and just thank the universe for taking care of the details, and you watch what happens. And when it happens, when the magic happens, can you promise me that you'll call in and tell us all about it?
Yeah, I will.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Thank you for taking such good care of Honey Girl. We missed her. The dogs started barking. When she started barking, they all ran towards the computer to see where she was.
They're like, it's Honey Girl. That's so funny.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
So I've got one more thing to say to you before you hang up. Do you have a second?
Sure.
Okay, so I drew a card on that question you had. That was what I was getting from angels and in the now. But what I drew a card is from the it's the divine guidance deck. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And the card is number 36 and it's self-talk. And it says, this is a high energy card and it is directly related to how you are treating yourself. Note how the teeth inside the mouth point inward in the image. And I'll show you what it looks like. Your guides are telling you that it is time to work on being kinder to yourself. It is important that you become aware of your self-judgments and your inner dialogue. It is time to start consciously talking to yourself as if you would to your best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others, and now it is time to do this for yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does, definitely.
Awesome. So they're just, you're very compassionate to these animals, to your friend Mayan. I'm sure you're very kind to her. And they're guiding you that it's time for you, Tawnya, to heal some past stuff and to open up to receive and clear all that crap you've been told about your worth. Because I sense that you have some resistance in you energetically that kind of believes it doesn't deserve the best. And so as you can clear and release that old program, you're going to allow beautiful miracles to come in, and you absolutely deserve them.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All righty. Thanks, Tawnya.
You're welcome. Thank you. And thanks so much for taking good care of Honey Girl. I so appreciate you girls.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. It was lovely having her here with us.
She's such a snuggler, isn't she?
She's a snuggler, and she loves those. I used to take her hiking in the mountains every morning, and she just loves to haul ass, and that's where she really thrives.
Yes, that is exactly what I've noticed. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's her thing. When she's out in nature, that's when she's at her best.
You know what? I feel like that's when we're all at our best. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably so. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for calling in. And before you guys get off the show, I'm going to actually share some specials that I have going on. So keep listening and call me back when those magical miracles happen for you. And I will hold vision of that for you girls here when I'm in meditation as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Bye, honey.
Bye. Yeah, she's actually out of the room now, but I'll tell her you said hi.
Okay.
Okay. Mwah. Blessings.
All right, Tawnya. Cindy's asking or is commenting.
Yeah.
I'm shifting my career path and was guided to move from banking to dowsing and feng shui.
Awesome.
I'm ready for the change in career, but is that the right career path for me?
Well, the thing is if in your heart you're feeling guided to do that and you feel a passion and excitement, if that gives you excitement and a blissful feeling to think of every day I could go into clients' homes and I could help them get their homes all set up in a more harmonious energy. If that excites you, absolutely you should go there. And sometimes we have to take the leap and we have to leave something, kind of like the old computer program needs dumped before the new one can come in. And humans are terrified of that for some reason. They get so afraid of letting go of something until they know something better is coming. So if you're afraid to take the full leap, I would encourage you to make business cards, to make little flyers, to start promoting it on Facebook, maybe create a Facebook page and just start putting it out there. Maybe even offer like, inexpensive trial introductory packages to get started and just go and start sharing, have people write testimonials of the experience, take pictures, and just start promoting yourself and showing the world who you're becoming. And that will start to transition you away from the banking. But if you're afraid to just leave banking and just straight, jump into that career, maybe keep banking and have that money coming in. But when you have off time, be creating your page, your website, your blog, whatever. You could make a blog on WordPress really simply. That's what I use for a website is WordPress. And I'll go in there and I'll talk about angels and how to connect with spirit. I just started going onto Facebook and speaking truthfully. I would share client testimonials. And I went from someone that, left a marriage that didn't know who I was going to be to becoming a professional healer pretty quick. And it's just you having the courage to become what you want to become. And so if that's something that excites you, that is what you want to listen to. It isn't about what the correct job is. It's about what makes you excited, what makes you happy, what makes you feel like you're thriving. Go do that. And so if you're not, sure that you want to leave your old job yet, keep that old job, keep the money coming in, and then on the side, be creating and becoming this new thing. And then you'll know when it's time to step away from the old job and just completely immerse yourself into your new career. Does that help her?
I'm sure, but she will let us know in a minute. Keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to share some specials with you guys because I feel like everyone will thrive from a clearing. I don't care who you are. If it's Obama, I know I could help that guy. If it was Madonna, I could help her. So it doesn't matter who you are. Could you benefit from an angelic auric clearing? Absolutely, 100% you could. And maybe several of them. Some of the clients I've worked with over the course of a year who have had like 3 to 4 clearings throughout the year have done profound shifting. So the first clearing that people have is often just helping them to be educated on what's going on in them and how to see in a more aligned way. And the angels will only release and bring in what you can handle. So that first clearing is going to be a lot of educational understanding and a lot of understanding of what's going on in your body. If you're having sickness or if you're having emotional things, they're going to help you understand what that's connected to. Like my client with the sexual transmitted disease, they helped her understand this was not even about like something with her actual sexual organs. This was about a belief system of punishment. And once that was cleared, the sickness went away. It was not anything. Dis-ease comes from the body not being at ease. And when the mind is creating black magic through fearful thought, and then we start to speak the fearful thought, we start to manifest the physical issues. So they'll start to help you with the education of that. If you're not sure you need a clearing, you could do one-on-one soul coaching with me. I can do it through Skype or over the phone, and I can help you really to look at your life in a new aligned way. But the first clearing is pretty much going to be that with a lot of old cellular release, like lifetimes. And then the second, third, however far you go with clearings, this is where they start bringing in deeper understanding of past lives. They start helping you understand connections with ancestors. And this is just what I've observed. It's like they bring in what a soul can handle at one time. And so it's not going to be like this scary thing where they bring you so much information and things that you're not ready to handle. They will very much bring it in a gentle way that you're able to handle and process. And then they will help you clear as much as you're ready to clear and to bring in what you're ready to bring in. And it's a metamorphosis. It's a constant evolutionary shift. So just to help you understand clearings, I can absolutely help you remotely. You don't have to be in my healing room. I can tune into you across the planet. And it's because vibrationally, we are all one. We are all in the collective consciousness of unity. So when I'm tuned in on that worldwide web of energy, just like we do on the computer, I can tune into a soul from here to Australia, England, Texas, it doesn't matter. I can tune in and assist you. And if you are in my area, you can come and you can meet with me in my healing room. So just to explain that. So some of the specials I'm offering for spring cleaning, which is a great time to do this, is the buy one angelic auric clearing and get one half off. So my regular prices are $300 a session. So if you buy a session and then you buy your second session up front, you're going to get your second session half price. This is an amazing opportunity for people that I work with or even new people, because the ones that I work with, it's a deal and they can buy these sessions and hold on to them over the year. For someone that's new, you could use the first session for yourself, maybe gift one to your beloved or to your mom, your sister, your best friend, or use them for yourself. Use one and then come in for the next session in a couple months. So just so that you understand that, it's a buy one, get one half. I'm also offering for people who live locally 2 aromatherapy healing touch sessions, which is a light massage using healing aromatherapy oils. I use doTERRA essential oils and they're amazing. And it is so relaxing. It is like such an angelic, relaxing experience. Every one of my clients falls asleep and they're just like, ah. Oh. So if you are needing some gentle touch and you live in my area, I encourage you to come and try those. There are 2 sessions for $100 and they're normally $75 a session. And then I've got for locals, my 10 class yoga cards, 10 class punch cards are on sale for $150. So you save 50. And I have evening meditation, which I forgot to bring the CD to show you, but I created this healing meditation CD that's so perfect for people that are getting into meditation. They need to hear a voice guiding them. It's got this beautiful flute music by the musician is Walter Carr, who worked with me. And then I am guiding a meditation. It's perfect for people with insomnia, anxiety, depression, any kind of need for healing. It is perfect. I've had parents buy these CDs and play them in their nursery for their babies, and they say that their babies fall right to sleep. So it's an amazing CD for those who want to really relax. And if you're struggling with that, I encourage you to buy one. The special is you get 2 CDs for the price of one. So it's 2 CDs for $20 and plus shipping if you don't live in my area. So if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, I ask you to just write to me either through email, tanyaangel@gmail.com, or you can go to the website and contact me. I'll give you my phone number if you guys want to write it down. It's 360-567-7576. And then if you're on Facebook, just go on there and friend me under Tawnya Love, and you can message me. So I do a lot of interaction on Facebook. I'm not really big into promoting in a traditional way because I really love how the angels will summon clients to me, and I'm not one that goes out and tries to push it on people. I just feel like I'm here to really show and mirror and inspire a new way of doing business, which is very organic and intuitive rather than pushy and trying to figure it all out mentally in a marketing scheme. So if you're interested in any of those specials, I'm running those for the month of April, just for that month. And I only run these about twice a year. So I encourage you, if you're feeling led, to seize the now and to claim them and save some money. And let's work together. Let's do some amazing spring clearing so that we can get you on your path of transformation in a more beautiful way. So I'm going to pause and see if anybody else has any comments or questions before we end the show for today. Anything else, Amnon?
No, but Cindy says thank you. And yes, it helped her what you told her.
Okay, good. I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I would like to ask a request for you because I am going to hold vision. I would like you to all join me in holding vision of Mayan and Tanya getting this beautiful piece of land with a beautiful home so that they can take care of these animals, because these women are amazing. Oh, they're angelic beings and they're here to help these animals. So I ask that when you are all in meditation that you visualize that coming into alignment for them and just picture this miracle for them. And then next week, when you guys tune in live, I would love for you to write me, or even over the week, go on Facebook and write to me in a private message what it is that you would like to manifest. and let's all pull our collective conscious energy together and start waving our wands together to help each other. And one of the things I would love for each of you to visualize for Tawnya Love is I am really feeling called to go out into the world in a big global way and to lead seminars, empowering the empath retreats, just educational seminars and retreats. And I'm ready to have this show go in a global way where we can really bring in financial abundance and where we can reach millions and millions of people and have fun doing it and I would love it to be on TV so that there's some balance to all that negativity and all the lower vibrational things, and to bring in a show like I see the Tawnya Love show very much like Ellen or Oprah, where we can make an impactful difference in the lives of others every day, and we can inspire them in more spiritually aligned directions. So if you would all join me in visualizing that, see that show coming true, imagine watching it live, seeing guests come on that you'd like to meet. I'm on stage with Wayne Dyer or Marianne Williamson, Ellen, Oprah. I would love to encourage you to join me in that vision, because that's where I'm ready to go and to create on my Etch-a-Sketch. And let's create some fun magic together. So contact me if there's things you would like me to also hold vision with you on, and I will share it on Facebook, and I will get everybody that's my friend to hold vision for you. So let's all join each other in our creations and not compete, not compare, but actually help and co-create together. So thank you guys so much for joining in. Amnon, next week, I want you to tell us something you want to manifest, okay?
Sure.
All right, so we'll have something to share with them. So you guys have a beautiful, blessed week. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, tune in live every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And if you love this show and you want to see it grow, go follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube under Tawnya Angel, and just promote it. Tell your friends about the show. Invite them to watch it with you. You know, share it. Go on Facebook and share the show. When I always upload it, share it on your wall and invite friends to tune in. This is how we're going to reach more people. And so I really encourage you and welcome you to join us in helping with that promotion. I need you guys. So thank you for helping. And I will sign off now. You guys have an amazing week, and namaste.
You are tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, Health In with Debbie Bruck, Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Lessons of Vietnam with NCBVI members, The Tawnya Love Show, Your Healthy Pet with Gisela DiCarlo. And if you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it at www.nissancommunications.com. Sponsored by Atomus.com, makers of quality video recorders and converters for professionals, CarolinaApparel.com, and DeltaForce.net.